I feel like I just saw someone else pop up in the chat too. Where you at? All right. And enter the waiting room and admit. All right. Hey, ready like confetti. It's a party. Woo! I was gonna say spaghetti, but spaghetti sometimes take a little bit to get ready if you don't get the sauce right. This is a whole tangent. That's for a later date. All right, start recording. Peace and love, kings, queens, and gods. My name is Jarek. I'm the Floating Yogi, and this is brought to you by UE, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, restructuring how we see health and wellness in the community, bringing the power of growth and healing back to the individual's hands. I'd also like to thank Born to Fly Fitness, where fitness is fashion. I'm telling you right now, mental health is wealth. That's just another parallel that we're rocking with. Also, I'd like to thank Buddha blessing these magical bowls that you're going to hear today, this noon, whatever you want to call it. Brought to you by Buddha Blessing. The bowls, I'm telling you, they magic. Check out the website. They have some hand-carved, handcrafted bowls sent from India. We can get them straight to you. Get this vibe, get these vibrations, these frequencies flowing through you. Get yourself attuned and in line. What else is there? Boom, boom, boom. I'd also like to thank Mono's Detox, because Mono's Detox got the smoothies, serums, elixirs, whatever you need on that nutritional basis. He got you locked and loaded. Also, I'd like to thank Sukha Center, Ahmed, the Yogi man. I'm telling you now, it's a rack of stuff happening. Sukha Center's opening up this Monday. I'll be hosting the Mysore program there. So Monday through Friday, you get to build your own practice. You get to have like a one-on-one in a group session. Like, when do we get that? When you get that type of attention, when you get that type of time to dedicate to your practice, to what you're doing and how you're growing. And we can work stuff out. We can chop it up. Talk about the meditations, talk about some of the off-mat stuff that'll really help you to progress on the mat and in your life. What else is there? There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, y'all. The giveaway, there was a whole giveaway for the meditation. You Love Carmi was in there rocking it. She's super consistent. Everybody who's been voting daily, I appreciate it. It helps me to stay in touch with you. It helps me to know, yeah, you're still in this. You are making this commitment to better yourself, for your mental health, for where you want to go in life, where you want to be. I ain't asking you to do it for me. I'm asking you to do it for you. So that's been helpful. She won this month, and we'll be sending over some goodies her way. But February is the sponsor this month is Dolly Dear. It's Dolly's Little Shop of Horrors. She's got some fire bracelets. I mean, if you a little bit like me, if you like the Eddies, I love the Eddies. She got some Eddies for you. She got a whole bunch of stuff. Check it out. You can see it in my stories, scroll through, blah, blah, blah. But we'll do that after the meditation, right? After the meditation. And I feel like I covered all the bases. Oh, no commercials. It's also one of the sponsors. No Commercials International, where you can check out my meditation soundtrack. Maybe that's what you meditate to. And then you click meditate, vote, and share. And share it with somebody else. Get your own entry into this monthly giveaway. All right, all those bills are out the way. So we're going to get into what we've been talking about on Monday. Monday night's book club, we dove a little bit into awareness. Last week we were talking about the difference between attention and awareness. Awareness being inclusive. Our awareness is everything that we're aware of. So I'm sitting right here inside. The AC comes on. I hear that. There's a generator out back because they're doing construction next door. I hear that. That's in my awareness. I hear the banging on the walls. That's in my awareness. The cars going down the street. That's in my awareness. You see how I keep including all of these things into the things that I'm aware of? I hear the rain. I hear the sloshing. I'm aware of. Oh, another heater or something came on. I'm aware of. It's inclusive awareness. Our attention is a little bit different because we have to pay attention, right? So there's a cost to be there. And ironically enough, what else is in the word attention? Tension. We have to pay attention. There's going to be tension in the form of physical or mental, or maybe it's emotional. Usually it's a little bit of the trifecta of three, but whatever floats your boat or finds your lost remote. So what we're doing is with attention is excluding those things that are in our awareness. So I know that the generator's out there, but I'm gonna let that drown out. I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna tune that out of my awareness. I know that the cars are periodically driving down the street. I'm gonna take those out of my awareness, and I'm gonna hone my attention, the thing that I'm paying to focus on, paying this tension to focus on. Maybe that's my breath. Maybe that's my posture. Maybe that's how we get into the SIF meditation. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Buddha Blessing hopped in here. D-Malls, what's good? I was trying to tell him about Sukha Center, how that joint gonna be on and popping on Monday. Hey, let's get it. All right, so attention, awareness. So this session, we're going to. Oh, and then I forgot about the second part, which is going to connect it. The second thing that we worked on was when we talked about that awareness, focusing our attention on the third eye. And that helps to open up the other senses, the other awareness, allow us to see things a little bit differently and focus on different things. So that would be like the one starting point. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take like a visualization technique. Hold on, let me double check. I wrote this down. I'm super prepared today. When I'm prepared, I'm thrown off a little bit. Alright. Because things just run too slow. It's too smooth when I'm prepared. I'm like, damn, I'm used to the bumps. Which, we don't need the bumps. Yeah, focus your attention on the third eye. That's the first one, because we did a whole soliloquy about that. And the second one, boom, that's what I wanted to, that's what I almost forgot. Focus on the gap between your daily activities. And I wanted to talk about the gap between the daily activities in correlation to kind of how we do the SIF meditation. The SIF meditation, we sit down, it's a seated meditation where we create a point of focus, which is our breath and our posture. Outside of our breath and our posture, whenever something else seeps into our awareness, drops into where we're paying attention, or our attention shifts to where it shouldn't be, perspective. The attention shifts, or things seep into our awareness, right? Two different things. And when we're doing those different meditations, we want to be able to have that point to come back to. We want to be able to find the space between the activities, just like we find the space between the breaths, just like we find the turning point of the breath, just like we find the fusion point of the breath. We want to find the gap between our activities, because in that moment, like, we can talk on like a whole bunch of philosophical lessons and stuff, but this is how I like to simplify it. Once I realize the time in between the things that I'm doing, I start realizing the time that I'm bullshitting on myself. I start realizing the time that, oh, you said you wanted to do this, but instead you didn't even take time to sit down and detox from that. You went immediately to probably recording something, probably talking on the phone, going to another meeting, getting my practice in. Like, there's always something else that comes up, but that awareness of that moment is what's so impactful, because then it's like, oh shit, this does hit smack. I know this happened. I know what this feeling is like when I'm done with something. Now I can choose where I want to go. I can choose what I want to do, and you can really grab hold of your life that way, instead of just spiraling in from one event to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. So, yeah, what's up? Welcome, y'all. All right, so today's meditation, we're going to focus on the third eye. That's the only difference. I want to do the SIF meditation that we normally do, because it has the same principles. And I want to focus on the third eye, the spot right between the eyebrows and just a splash up, right? Or right here, boom. So I encourage you to touch that part of your forehead, give it a touch so you can feel it, and then look to it with your eyes closed. Let the forehead relax, let the eyebrows relax, but still look to that point. It might feel a little different, and I just want to give you a second to see what it feels like, so when we get into it, it's not like, oh, I don't know what's going on, what we're talking about. So take a second. All right, there we go. And so that's the center point. For me, when I focus on this point, I can see those sifts a little bit better. They're not with these two eyes that see the physical world, but with the third eye, the internal one with those internal cones that we were talking about, right? It's just like we talked about last week. It's inside that world of those internal three senses: the internal sight, the internal hearing, and the internal voice. So I can see that world better. So this is like an experiment in exercise, in existential exercise, whatever you want to call it. Just something to bring your awareness to what happens when you focus on that part. Especially since we've been doing this meditation for a while, it's not too much of a shift. So if you can find a seated position, tall spine, shoulders back, close the eyes, lower the gaze, and then find your posture. Find the balance of the sits bones. And as you press them down, track those lines of energy up the back. Between the scapula. The back of the neck. The jaw. The forehead, all the way up to the crown of the head. And just sit with that for a moment. And then keep the length and let everything soften, but don't let your posture collapse. Keep the chest up, keep the spine long, and keep the breath smooth. From here, we'll allow our awareness to settle. We'll allow the body to settle, the breathing patterns, the rhythms. And as they do, notice if anything else seeps into your awareness. And unreactionary, just letting whatever it is come and whatever it is go. And then we'll take that internal gaze, looking up to that third eye. And anywhere where that tension that was holding you up, let the breath come through there. If the jaw was tense and you soften it, let the breath stabilize. Same with the shoulders, the back. And all we're doing is focusing on that one point. Any of those sifts, those sensations, images, feelings, or thoughts that arise, let them come and let them go. And remain with the focus on the third eye. you physically at all.
Watching the breath. The highs, the lows. But most importantly, finding our balance in between. That calm, that center, that zen, whatever you want to call it. Whatever helps you to settle in. could just kiss the third eye, right where you're looking. The more effort, the further away from the purpose. The breath isn't something we need to force. Look into your third eye. Imagine it reaching up there. Even if you don't feel it, visualize it. It could be white light, it could be red dots, it could be rainbow dots. It doesn't matter. Whatever you see this energy, this prana, this breath, this life force energy, whatever you see that as, imagine that going out once the body settles, once the mind settles. We'll bring our awareness back to what's inside it. The sounds in the room, the cars sloshing along the road, the AC, the fan, the heater, whatever it is that you hear, that you experience, that you have going on in your room. Maybe even the phone from the laptop. Maybe kids running around crying. Allow everything back into your awareness.
Allow yourself to sit. Notice how that awareness changes as the bowls leave. As if life comes flooding back to the senses. The external world. Allow yourself to sit with it. To process those uncomfortable thoughts, feelings, those emotions. And not just the bad, but also the good. Not showing too much favoritism to one or the other, just allowing space for them both to exist. And for us to be okay with it. Anything anything that you took out of a drawer, whatever door you went through, portal you opened up, start to come back. From whatever adventure your mind took you on, whatever you saw, from that third eye, from wherever your attention, your awareness, your focus is, start to come back. Back to the body, back to the moment, the breath. Grab control of it. Deeper inhales. And exhaling it all out. After you place everything out, we'll bring the hands back to prayer. And we'll close with 3 breaths. First one, in and out through the nose. Last 2, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe with me. Exhale it out. Inhale. Out through the nose. Inhale again. Out through the mouth. Last one, feel the breath in. Let it go. You can bring the thumbs to the forehead, the third eye, and take a bow. Thanks for sharing space. Thanks for sharing time, for the openness. Like I mentioned, I need a moment to shake off the yoga high before I start talking. I got the crinkly eyes. I look like baby Jumi waking up. Alright, she be looking cute when she wake up. And you'll talk about her. Anyway, some things to note about the practice. Feel free to journal, write down whatever stuck with you, whatever left that you maybe remember, or some of the things that really stuck with you. The things that really stick with me, to me, are generally like something I just got to take care of. I've probably been like procrastinating or BSing on it, and it's like, nah, I'm not gonna allow you to have the attention as honed and as focused as you normally do until you take care of this. This is one of the things that focusing your attention on one spot in this SIF meditation helps me with. Hopefully it helped you. Hopefully you learned something from this. If you're rocking with the content, please like, share, let other people know. Censorship is fucking real. We're reading Monday night Osho's Book of Secrets. That's where we're getting some of this fire content from. What else is there? Yeah, write down what sticks with you. Write down or become aware. Write down what's stuck in your awareness. What was hard to narrow down your attention from. Like, what if it just came through like, daggone it don't matter what it is. When they started the construction downstairs, I was like, you're throwing me off. Like, what was it for you? This ties in phenomenally with what we did last week about becoming aware of which senses are predominant for us. Once we know, like, if hearing is our most dominant sense, the bowls can be a great way to set the vibe, so then we're in that deep space, so when other noises do come, they don't pull us out. Another way to do it, if your sense of taste, I know some people, they have like real good smell and taste because they're like connected, so they have like some monks that'll like chew on rocks, or now day and age it'll be gum. I don't recommend it, but one of the meditations is chew on a rock, or suck on a rock, chew on a rock, and that will help you to stay focused. It gives you something in your mouth, something you can feel, something your mind can get lost in. That's the concept of it. So maybe taste or smell is your thing. You could light some incense. You can light a candle. There's so many options to help us to figure out where we're like too stuck in one of these senses and how to remove ourselves from them. That space is just impactful for life, because that's how we get riled up, our senses, you know? So if we have a little bit of space between trigger and response, we can make magic happen. That's all I got for today. Any questions, comments, let me know. Send the DMs in the chat. Any love you want to send my way, go on Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. It's right here now, and right there on the thing, it's all pinned. What else is going on? This is Black History Month, like I mentioned before. This Monday we are at Sukha Center, Mysore practice early. Start your own practice. It's not like someone's going to be teaching you. Unlock the inner guru in you. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want to be the teacher, the guru. Nah. I want that to be a you thing. Maybe you don't even want to be a teacher or guru. Maybe you just want to, I want to do a little something that's going to make my life feel a little bit better. Maybe I'm going to do something that's going to make me be able to tolerate the things that are going on. Those are the things that we're looking for. We got you. What is it? You can check out sukhacenter.com. It's a whole bunch of things happening. Again, I'd like to thank Mono's Detox. I'd like to thank Surreal Audio Solutions, DJ Thrill, No Commercials. I'd like to thank Born to Fly Fitness, where fitness is fashion. Buddha Blessing, the bowls are magic. I'm telling you, they setting the vibe. You can check them out on my website. They get sent to you well, they're in America now, but they're coming straight hot off the press. The American stored press from India. You get what I'm saying. Outside of that, Monday night's the book club. Tuesday night we flow it out virtually. Thursday we're right back here with Midday Mind Right. Saturday Float and Flow. Sign up for Saturday's Float and Flow. We got some shenanigans rocking on that one. And Sunday Elevated Sift and Flow right here in DC. So it's a lot to be a part of. Oh, in the daily meditation accountability with the giveaways. Yo, you see how I just gotta keep talking because there's so much stuff? I'm trying to shut up. It's only supposed to be here 30 minutes. We've been 39. Hold up. What? You're welcome, Maven. Yoga with Ty. What's up, King? Great to see you. You're welcome, Kaylin. I'm glad I can give you a little bit of love. My Detox Lounge. Have a beautiful rest of the day. You too. This is so relaxing. Your dog fell asleep. I love it. I love it when we put the animals out. The little babies. Let me double check. Alright. Any questions, comments, want to work on something, let me know. Peace and love, kings, queens, and gods.
Jerk.